Okay, so like, um, there's something I guess I shouldn't say, and that was in the last bit because that's kind of true. It's where they try to, you gotta catch them before they do this and throw it back to them. So I didn't say it at all, but basically, for example, the cancer side. The cancer side does something to the plasma too. And for example, like people started becoming obsessed then, like for example, I saw a lot of videos that were coming across my feed, like for example, somebody who's like considered, um, the Ford base really thing where they know that they'll try to change the fathers somehow. And it was like Ryan Gosling, and all that kind of stuff where they try to like, show pictures of changes, but they know that they'll try to change the fathers. So, okay, so they practice what they call kind of like an Elijah spirit, but then they're trying to change them. Like change, like put the plasma into, and then get them to uh, change. Then, for example, like they'll pick out like a sun that appears to be like a sun to them, but it can't possibly be. So, and it all has to do with, like, for example, if they kill or do a lot of harm to one generation, then they want the grandson or whatever you call it. But the point is that they'll still try to change the father. So there's still like a no-go there. Like, when it comes to like, for example, like what they did with like trying to post things like with Ryan Gosling and stuff like that. Like I got some weird ass feed from that. And I was like, they'll cut it off there because they know that they'll just try to change the fathers. The other one is the female side, and where they try to change the fathers, and that's why I said I just cut off. I cut off the thing because it goes with the whole thing where they try to do the whole Noah's flood thing. They get caught for it. It comes back around again, and then it's weird and it's really creepy and really weird is watching Reagan's old stuff. It's like as if it gets really dark, it moves backwards, and all of a sudden, like, the Trump makes comments like the wall thing is so hot you could fry an egg on it. Like, and the wall in Germany itself too was fucking not even like a wall or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so weird to watch him say those things, like tear down the wall or something like that. So, anyways, um, people just want to see themselves win, and this is why maybe the concept of the wall is just not working, because they only see it like as a win type thing, because that makes them prideful about stuff, and that can happen on both sides. So you don't really want that area either, because then they're just playing ball in like a kind of fucked up way too. But yeah, cancer will bring out those kinds of things, but for some reason they know something was bad enough to one generation that they need to see like an idea come through, like what they call someone gets cancer, the other one does like Methuselah, because they kept telling that generation that they were bad, like a 51, Psalm 51 bad. And then you find out what really happened, and then all of a sudden they're like gods, but then they try to change them, and then they stalk them, and the other one tries to hurt the one standing there, or whatever you call it. And it's always like male thing, because they try to do it to the males, because the males are like usually get the most attention from that whole where people are split, different concepts, they're one against another on something. And but they don't see what happens to the girls sometimes, and that's what's fucked up. So I'm gonna post it at that, and the other ones they can't like the super like strong you know, Freddie Mercury Freddie Mercury and what do you call it, and the Queen Mom thing. You'll find out, like I said in the other video, what happened there with the plaza thing. It still doesn't exactly work. It just provides maybe security funds or whatever. It still doesn't work.